one day you were not so mindful and unconsciously or consciously you lie to someone, so that's it's of course it declines your precepts, so you have to renew it. Renewing means you have to go to your master, you have to go to your teacher, if possible that teacher, the master, the guru whom you took that precept, so you have to go there and you have to confess. You have to tell him or tell her that I break that precept and I want you to confess. And so you have to do all this purification wherever you are, with whomever you are, that you took these 5 precepts or 8 precepts, so that I should not break it. And so when you talk, when you think, when you do, so that you are so mindful of your speech, your action, and your thoughts, so that you will not break those precepts you just took. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dharmaya, Namo Sanghaya. Welcome back, all of you. The Jewel Ornament of Liberation by Gampopa. So there is a 21 chapters. So right now we are on 13th chapter, the perfection of moral ethics. So there are this reflection on faults and virtues of moral ethic. There are definition of moral ethic, classification of moral ethic, characteristic of each classification of moral ethic, the increase, how to increase the moral ethic, how to perfection the moral ethic, what is the result of the moral ethic. So last time we already explained the reflection and faults of moral, the faults and virtues of moral ethic. So today we are on the second, the definition of moral ethic. The definition on the moral ethic has 4 qualities. The Bodhisattva Bhumi says, one should understand that the definition of moral ethic has 4 qualities. What are the 4 qualities? Taking precepts perfectly from others, having pure motivation, renewing one's practice if it's declined, and having mindfulness and respect so that one's practice will not decline. So here the 4 qualities are under the category of receiving, protecting, and the first 2 are receiving and second 2 are protecting the moral ethic. So when you are receiving any, no matter the 5 precepts or 8 precepts or 10 precepts or the monk precept or the bhikshu bhikshunis, like a 200, 300 precepts. So of course first you have to take the precept from your teacher, your masters. They will be your witness to take a precepts, and they will read the rituals, and help you to give the precepts. So no matter from the refuge, taking a refuge, Buddhist refuge, or taking a Bodhisattva precepts, vow, or taking any other Vajrayana precept. So all are there is someone you need, the teacher, the guru, the masters. And then the second one is having a pure motivation. So if you are forced to take a precept by your friends, your husband, or your boss, manager, so on and so forth, or the king. So it's not like you want to take a precept. So then you will not receive the precept. Even though the teacher, master do the rituals, you will not receive the precepts, include the refuge, Bodhisattva vow, everything. So the second is having a pure motivation that really you are willing to take these precepts, this vow that in order to having this moral ethic life. And again, the pure motivation is if the intention, the motivation is to fear of going to hell realm or the lower three realm, or just wanted to self-liberate. So these are very selfish, let's say, motivation, But if the motivation is to liberate all the sentient beings, so that means you are taking that precepts in order to help other sentient beings. So that's like a Mahayana motivation, intention. So that makes also a big difference. The precepts. So the third and fourth one is so any precepts once you take it, and if let's say if you said, I will not lie, or I will not steal. So you took up precepts of not lying for whole life, but and unconsciously or consciously you lie to someone, So that's it's of course it decline your precepts, So you have to renew it. Renewing means you have to go to your master, you have to go to your teacher, if possible. That teacher, the master, the guru, whom you took that precepts, you have to go there, and you have to confess. You have to tell him or tell her that I break that precept and I want you to confess. And so you have to do all this purification, and so that's you can renew the one's practice if it is a decline, and there are some precepts you can, So important is that you have to in front of the teacher. So teacher will kind of give you the precepts, and you have to retake it the precepts, and then you have to confess and purify that whatever the precept you break, So there are possibility you can renewing it, but it doesn't mean that every day you break and renew. That's also not good, and as well as not possible. So the fourth one is, again, the third one is for the protecting the moral ethic, the precepts. And fourth one is also to protect the moral ethic or the precepts. So here it says, having a mindful and respect. So of course, once you take no matter the 5 precepts, or 8 precepts, or any precepts from refuge precept to Bodhisattva, wow. So you have to have a respect, you have to take it very seriously. Here, respect means now I'm I took a 5 precepts, so and you have to respect to these 5 precepts are so important that I should not break it, And the mindfulness is you have to be mindful in every day, every hour, every minute, every second, wherever you are, with whomever you are, that you took these 5 precepts or 8 precepts, so that I should not break it. So when you talk, when you think, when you do, so that you are so mindful of your speech, your action, and your thoughts, so that you will not break those precepts you just took. So that is so important, to respect to the precept, or which means take it very seriously, and then mindful of your body, speech, and mind, so that you will not, decline the precepts or break the precept. So these are I think, the definition of the moral ethic here. Gampopa defined in that way. So first two are to receive the precept, and second two are protecting the precepts, the moral ethic. So the third classification, the moral ethic has a three classification. One is moral ethic of restraint. Second is morality of accumulating the virtuous Dharma. And then the third one is morality of benefiting the sentient beings. So now the first means, here Gampopa says, restrain your mind in a proper place. So there are, as I told you, different kind of precepts, from the basic 5 precepts: not killing, not stealing, not lying, not intoxication, and not sexual misconduct. Like a sexual misconduct is lay practitioner when he or she have a boyfriend or girlfriend or wife or husband, so not having an affair with other women or other men. So that's called sexual misconduct. So these are the basic 5 precepts for the lay practitioner. So there are, you can add, additionally you can add other 3, become 8 precepts, and there are 10 precepts, and there are, you can keep adding on the monk precepts and nun precepts. So all these the Pratimuksha precepts are not doing. And so here you see it, like not killing, not stealing, not lying, not intoxication, means like not drinking or smoke, all which will pollute your mind, and not sexual misconduct. So these are all saying not, don't do, don't say, don't say lie, don't do. So almost all the precepts are don't do that, don't go there, don't think like that, don't talk those contents, don't. So these are all the first the classification, which is here Gampopa say, which will help you to stop from doing negative karma of speech, negative karma of mind, negative karma of thoughts. So this will restrain or protect you from doing negative karma. So the second kind of classification of the morality here, it says accumulating the virtues of Dharma. So Gampopa says the second one means to mature the Dharma quality of your mind, which means accumulating the merits, which means in the Bodhisattva precepts, so there are what we call this aspiration bodhicitta precept, and there is an application bodhicitta precept. So the aspiration bodhicitta precepts is, so it's all about kind of the accumulating the virtues Dharma. So it's increasing your morality, the quality of Dharma. So accumulating the virtues through the aspiration bodhicitta. And the third one here, Gampopa says, one means to fully mature the sentient beings. So the third precepts are really directly helping the sentient beings, the other beings, which means in the Bodhisattva precept there is a application, means Bodhisattva in action. So there is a third precept in Bodhisattva Yana, which is like a Bodhisattva in action. Sometimes they call it application bodhicitta precept. So which is really taking a precept to do action, not like just an aspiration, but really to action, Bodhisattva in action. So that will, here Gampopa says, it will, the third one means to fully mature the sentient beings, which means it will benefit countless sentient beings, the third precept. So there are, you saw the first one is, the restraint or protect your mind from doing negative karma. And second kind of precepts are like it's accumulating the merit, especially the bodhisattvas, their mind will become, here is a morality of accumulating the virtues of Dharma, so becoming a more compassion, loving kindness, thinking about the sentient beings, and all aspiration. So it's more like really like a self-maturing and as well as accumulating the merit. So third kind of classification of the moral ethic is to action, to really doing something for sentient beings. Okay, so that's all for today.